Good morning, sir.
Can you go to mute, please, Shiva? A lot of noise. Okay. So as we already discussed, this if statements, right? If condition, else condition, if else, and if with the else if, multiple else if conditions with the else condition, right? So this is a normal if condition, and there will be if with the else like this, and there will be a if with the else if and else. So else if you can condense multiple else if conditions like this one by one. So it will come in order in sequence. One by one it will check. If it is false, then only it will go to the next else if condition. So either one of the block only it will get executed. All if and else if n number of else ifs also it will be there, but only the maximum it will get execute only one block. And the last one will be the switch. So I'll explain. So this is not required, actually nobody will use this, but you should know about the syntax and all the stuff. Okay. Switch example. So I'm creating a main method. So till here it's a common thing for each and every class. And you will get to know what is a public, what is a static, what is a void, and what is this, and what is this. You will get it. Okay, now let me create a switch block, switch conditional statement. So before that, the syntax will be, I'll show you here. So it will be like this. It will be having cases. The way if and else if condition will work, the same way it will also will work, like switch with the condition expression and with the cases, case X, case Y, and default. Default will be the else condition, right? So first it will check whether this case is true or not. And second, if it is not, it will come and check this. If it is also not, it will come to the default, like else condition. Okay. Now, let me write the switch. So this will be the normal switch statement. Once sorry guys. Okay, so here the key will be what? I mean the key expression. So you can just have a int I equals to 40 or else 30, and you will pass the I here. You will pass the I. It could be any data type, not only integer. You can have any kind of a data type. And the cases, whatever is a data type you selected here, the same value should be there here. Let's say 10. And if it is 10, like, all right. Given value is 10. Okay, like this you will print. Whenever you are providing 10 here, so it will come and execute this first case, right? It will not go for a second case and all the stuff. Okay, now let me put it as a 30 only. Now I would like to have a multiple cases. So second 10, case 20, semicolon, come down, and you can have any number of lines inside of it. Given value is 20. And break. You will get to know why the break is. So let me talk about that later. And you can have any number of lines inside of case and between the break. I just only kept one line to show the example purpose. Okay. I'm having one more case. This is 30. See, it is giving an error. So because of same case is again there, right? So that's why it is giving an error. This compile time itself, it is giving an error. 30. Now let me put a 40, right? And in the default case, provided value will be I. You just have a I. So if you're not having any value, let's say you have only 10, 20, 30, 40, if you put any other value, it will come to the default case and it will just print that value. Right? Now let's try to run this. Given value is a 30. Right? First, what it will do. So what is a sequential execution flow for this? So int I equals to 30. There is a variable created with the integer data type and the value will provide is a 30 and it will come to the switch statement. The input for the switch statement is a integer I. Now all the cases should be integers. If you give double quotes, it will not work. It will not work. Since it is a string, if you create a string data type here, so it will take the string, it will compare the value, whatever you provide inside of a string value, the same value it will compare with all of the cases. But here it's an integer, right? So it should be only integer data type. Simple thing, whatever is a data type, you're passing it to the switch expression, the same data type value should be there in each of the cases. Each of the cases, right? Now, we provided 30, right? So let me provide 130. So 130 case is not there. So what it will do, let's see. It is going to the default block, default case, like provide values of 130. So neither any case is not given true. So it went to the default block. So it printed that. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. So why the break is required? What will happen if you remove the break? So I just removed this break and I given the exact 20 value. Let's say now it will check with the first case. No, it's not a 20. It will check with the second case. It is a 20 and it will print this value irrespective there is break, right? Since there is no break, it will go to the next case and it will execute this blindly. Since there is no break, you have to break you have to put a break statement in each and every cases. Since you removed it, it will blindly go to the next case and it will execute the this complete lines. Let's see. See, given value is 20 and again given value is 30. So this is not a proper way to write a conditional statements. You can use the if else condition only, but there is a switch statement that you have to know. That's it. But nobody will use this, right? See, again, why we need to keep these many break statements? See how many cases are there, that many breaks, that many lines of a break is used. It's a redundant code, blind. It's not a useful code, right? It's not a good quality code. So that's why switch is not, most probably we will not prefer this. Okay. So that's about a switch. It will be working in the same fashion. If this condition is wrong, else, if this condition, else, if this condition, else, if, else. Like this, it will work. Right? So everyone understood, right?
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, instead of giving the I equal to 20 in the program itself, we will give a runtime, no, sir?
Runtime also we can give, but that will be in the next concept. This one.
Okay, okay, sir.
So we will give the values in a runtime.
Okay.
Yeah, next concept we will see that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now, so switch is also completed, and now what we have to do? In conditional statements is completed. So we will have a look at. We already done this and as well as this. right? Less than or equals to, greater than or equals to. Now we will have to check these two. Okay, let's see. And now in the operators, I'll create a class with the name of relational operators. So I'll create a main method. Now I will use a double equals to. Let's say int I equals to 20. Now I'll use a if condition. So this is the syntax, right? I equals to 20. If I equals to 20, then I will print if block executed. Okay, now let's run. If block executed. So you will compare the variable with the value, or else one more variable you can compare by using the double equals to. Now, if I is not equals to 15. So this is also true, right? 20 is not equals to 15. I just wanted to print something. That's why I'm giving a true scenarios. Block. Run it. So again, 2 times it is printed. So both of the condition is true. It is equal to 20. It is not equals to 15. This is a way you can use a not equals to, and this is a way you can use a double equals to. Okay. Now, less than or equals to, greater than. We already know this. Let me just have a sum. If I is less than 15, let's say 15. So it's not a if. Now let me run this. It will not go instead of this, only 2 printed. So this is not printing. So if you wanted to have, so as it is, I'm printing I equals to 20. So to see the which block it is printing like this. You got it what I'm doing? So just printing the same condition as well in a double quotes, it will print blindly. See, this is true and this is also true, and third one it is not printed, right? That's fine. Now we'll go to the fourth one. If I is less than or equals to 20, block is executed, I is less than or equals to 20. Run it. See, this time it is printed I is less than or equals to 20 because equals to is there. So 20 will be equal to 20. That's true. And in the same way, greater than. I will use the same thing. Greater than or equals to. Here also greater than or equals to. So what will happen for this? 20 is greater than 15, true. It will print, and 20 is greater than or equals to 20. It is also true. Now run it. You can see 20 is greater than 15 and 20 is greater than or equals to 20. Both are printed, only except this. 20 is not less than 15. If this is the way you will use relational operators. Okay. And this one, so this one, we have to be very careful in the logical operators. So we will try to see this. 1 second, guys. Logical operators example. So in the logical operators, okay. So what is a logical operators? First of all, what is R condition and what is uncondition? I'll give you, like, if you wanted to have a multiple conditions at the same time, and if you wanted to have multiple conditions, so you have to put R condition or uncondition in between those. Let's say this will be the if condition. Now this will be the condition, right? This is a one if condition. Now one more if condition. This will be the condition, and if condition 1 and condition 2 you will have. So this whole thing should be inside of one more Like let's say this whole thing should be one condition, and in between these two you can use or else you can use and. You can use and like this. So this is a single condition, and this is a subcondition 1 and subcondition 2. This whole subcondition 1, subcondition 2 between the or condition, this whole thing will become a single condition. And the same thing, this whole thing will become a single condition. So what is the difference? I'll give you, so this will give you directly true or false. That's it. Let's say I is greater than, let's say I equals to 20 and I is greater than 15. So it's a true. It is giving directly true, right? In this case, condition 1 could be, you can put any one of the condition like I is less than or 15, anything, any condition which should be giving true or false. And the condition 2 also, which should be giving true or false. And if you put R condition, this is a R condition. This is a R double pipe. You can find it out after flower bracket, right? In the keyboard, right? So if you put a R condition in between the sub conditions, so how it will work is, if any one of the condition is becoming true, then whole condition will make it as a true. If let's say this is false and this is true, then this whole condition, whenever I put the bracket right inside of this whole bracket will become a true. This is a whole condition, right? So the whole condition will become true. If at least one condition should become true, then it will make every condition as a true. I think in 10th class or somewhere we already read it. R condition and uncondition, if you remember.
Yes, sir. R means some.
Any one of the, it will become true, it will become whole thing as a true, right? It's a normal English word only. So like that, you can use 1 second. Very nice. So yeah, so our condition will work in such a way that if any one of the subcondition is become true, then it will make whole condition as a true. So at least one condition it will look for to become true. And in the uncondition, so it should be true for each and every condition. Then only this will make every condition, whole thing as a true. It will check for all the conditions to become a true. Then only it will make this whole condition as a true. So indirectly we can say, if one condition is false, then that's it. It will be gone only. It will be false only, right? If one condition is true, then it will be success. If this one condition is false, then it will be fail. All the conditions should be true in an uncondition, right? So that's a way we have to remember, and I will put it in all in a comment with the for your reference for a syntaxes. Now I'll write a R condition. Let's say int I equals to 10 I given, and now one more thing, int j equals to 20. Two variables are taken, and I will put a if condition. I is less than, sorry, I is greater than or equals to j, or I is equals to j, or I is less than or equals to j. So we have a 3 subconditions. You can put n number of subconditions, that's fine. But this is a whole condition it will look for. If you will look for, if he's asking this whole thing, whether it is true or false, and internally it will just perform this and this and this. So it will check 3 conditions, and it will check what is a logical operator we are using in between these, like whether or and. So it will be working on based on that. It will give you the whole output, like either true or false, based on the output of based on the or condition or and condition. Now you guys tell me, what is this, true or false?
Sir, it's true.
Why?
Because 3 conditions apply చేస్తుంది సార్ అక్కడ 3 conditions లో ఒకటి ఖచ్చితంగా ట్రూ ఉంటది.
Which one? Which is true and both? Which one are false?
Third condition is true, sir.
Sir, third condition, sir. I
Yeah.
less than or equal to j.
Yeah, this is false. Anyway, like I is not greater than j, and I is not equals to j, and I is less than or equals to j. This is true. So whenever one condition is become true, then this will make whole condition true.
Right? Is true. Yeah.
Let's
yes,
see whether this is going inside of or not. See, if is executed by our condition.
R.
Right. So this is fine.
Yes.
And in the same condition, if you put all our yeah, tell me.
Sir, it will evaluate the expression from left to right or right to left?
Left to right, one by one.
Left to right.
Okay. So now, if you don't have this, let's say both are false conditions. Now what will happen? Even it will go for inside of the if condition, or it will not go?
No, it will not go.
Both are false కాబట్టి ఆల్రెడీ ఫస్ట్ కండిషన్ యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తుంది అనుకుంటా సార్.
Which one?
అంటే ఐ మీన్
no, both are false, right? So whether it will go inside this if condition or not?
No, sir, it will not go inside.
No.
Sorry, which it will not go, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me run this. So it is not printing second time, right? So it is not going inside of this. Okay. I just wanted to print this for your reference, guys, which block it is printing, right? This is printing. It do not, I mean, you don't need to get confused by seeing this kind of output. This is as it is, I'm just printing. Okay. Now this is not going inside because it is not true for at least one condition. It is not going to become true. Now one more thing. Now I just take the same thing, and I will keep it here, and I will put an and condition in between. So what is this? What exactly it will do? So whether it will go inside or not?
Sir, no, sir. It will not go inside, sir.
Why?
Because 2 statements are wrong, sir. That's why it's not go inside.
It will not even check for the second condition if the first condition is false. You just remember this also. Whenever the first condition is false, it will, I mean, there is no use to check it, right? There is no use to check the second condition. Even though this is true or this is true, there is no point to give us a complete thing as a true, because it's the first condition itself is false. So it will not go inside of it. Right? It is not going. And
yes, sir.
Try to change some conditions. I is less than or equals to j is true, and I is not equals to j. So this is also true, right?
Yes, sir.
I is not equals to also true, and I is less than
or equal to j.
Less than j. So this is also true.
Yeah.
Okay, the same thing I'll print it.
Okay.
Now tell me whether it is working fine or not.
Yes, sir, it works, sir.
Because it is
Because all conditions are acceptable.
right. So it is printing. So all the conditions are true. Then only it is inside of that to print it. So that's fine. That's fine. This is a major thing, like the point, like our condition and condition. If you understood, that's well and good. Now I'll give you some very basic scenarios, whether you have to tell me. Now I is less than or equals to 8, or j is greater than or equals to 18, and I is less than j. So now tell me whether this is true or false.
True, sir.
True, sir.
True or false?
True,
True,
sir.
sir.
Why it is true?
First condition is true, sir. Then whole
Second
statement
condition
is
true.
Okay, so first condition is true. Then
Second,
here there is a 3 statements, right? But there is R condition and as well as uncondition. And you differentiated, like this is a first condition, condition number 1, uncondition, and second condition will be whole thing. For R condition, this right side should be a whole thing as a single condition, right? This is a left one and this is a right one, irrespective of anything. That's why I given a bracket also. So this is a condition number 1 and this right side is a condition number 2. Inside of a condition number 2, there will be again subconditions. So this is a 1 and this is condition 2. Now this will become true, like j is greater than or equals to 18. That's fine. And I is less than j. So this is also fine. Right? So that's why the unconditioned second condition is becoming true. This whole thing is become true. Then this is also becoming true. And even it will not come and check this because it will parse the expression first of all. Even before checking, it will parse the expression. So there is a 2 conditions available, this, and there is a R statement. If one is true, then no need to check for other, right? If one condition is true, you no need to check for another condition because it requires at least one condition to become true. Right? So if it is false, let's say if it is greater than or equals to 8. So what is the output now? If it is greater than or equals to 8, R condition, and j is greater than 18 and I is less than j. So this is false. And this whole thing is true. Yes or no? This whole thing is true because j is greater than or equals to 18. 20 is greater than 18, true. And I is less than j. That means 10 is less than 20. It is also true. Right? The whole thing, this second condition is becoming true. And first condition is false. In between R is there. False or true. What is this? It's becoming whole thing as a true. Right? That's, you have to remember the small core things. Then you have to apply the same thing. Even though if it is a very big condition also, no need to bother about it. Just split it and make it very simple. Right? So this is about logical or operators. Right? Now we'll go to the next one. Ternary operator. What is this? Question mark and colon. This is a very interesting. And in if and else condition, right? We'll create a one class. Ternary operator example. So here it's a very simple. Now, if and else condition, let's say int age equals to 20. And how can you write it? If and else condition like this, if with the else. If age is greater than or equals to 18, then you will give one string. Let's say one string, I will take it one string s equals to empty. I will take an empty first of all, and I will reassign it. You can able to reassign s equals to eligible for root, and in the else condition it's not eligible, right? So this is a way, and print it. Print the s. Run it. He or she is eligible for root because it is greater than 18. So 20 is always greater than 18. So she is eligible for root, right? So how many lines is taken to check this? Around 5 lines are taken. So to avoid that, let's say string s2 equals to directly I can able to write it. Like I will check the condition. I will even before that I will write the syntax. So first condition and question mark. You can write if block here. If block in the sense if code here, else code here, like this. So in a single line you can able to check whether, let's say if it is true, if it is false, it will come here. So in a single line you can check the condition. If condition is true, after question mark, if it is true, it will execute this. If it is false, it will execute after colon. Like this, I will put a condition, the same condition. This is a condition, right? Question mark. And if it is true, and I will give a double quote, and I'll give the same, copy and paste it here. And if it is false, colon. If it is false, you will give not eligible and semicolon. So this is just a syntax, right? No need to confuse here. I'm just writing string s2 equals to either one of this, either this or this, based on some condition. So this is a condition, and this is a question mark ternary operator. After question mark, if the condition is true, it will execute the first one. If the condition is false, it will execute the after colon second one. That's it. Nothing apart from this. Print the s2. Now run it. You can see he or she eligible for root. See how many lines we required now? Just a single line. Single line here till here. 6 lines of code we can able to write it in a single line by using a ternary operator. Even if you want to execute only if and else, it will only work for if and else. Not else if you cannot, you will write it, but it will take a lot of efforts, right? If else, it is good to use a ternary operators. Directly you can able to put some condition, question mark, and you can put this and you can put this, and you can have this. I mean, you can have this any data type, like whatever is a data type you are making here, the same data type will be used here. Let's say int result equals to, like the condition will be if age is greater than or equals to 18. Let's say this is a condition, same condition. I will give 100 marks for him. If not, I'll give 50 marks. If age is greater than 18, so I'll give 100 marks. And if it is not true, 50 marks. Just print it, print the results, yes, run it. You can see 100, right? This is a way you can able to give it for any data type also. The same data should be presented here. Okay. That's about our ternary operator, guys. And we will see the last one. You understood, right? This one. Any confusion here? If you want, let me know. So if you have any confusion here, let me know, please. Hello. Can you able to hear this? What happened? You want me to explain it one more time or how it is? Just speak.
No, no, sir.
You understood?
It's understood. It's understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's fine. Now the last one will be, this we will talk about later, because we need to complete, even before this, we need to complete increment and decrement operators. That is coming here. So I'll remember. So after increment and decrement, we'll come to the this part, assignment operators again. Right? This is pretty easy, but I want to go ahead now because this required that knowledge, increment or decrement knowledge. Then after that, we will come here. Okay. That's it, guys. That's it for today. So any questions so far? So whatever we discussed today, like switch and logical operators, relational and ternary. So I think you have to focus very much on logical operators. So it will be, you just refer a few websites after completion of a classes, right? So you just refer few websites and you will get some confidence. If you see every website you can able to understand, then that will give you some confidence, right? So whatever the blog author is writing, that's I understood. That means I know that complete concept end to end. Then you will get some confidence for that particular concept. So try to see multiple websites for a particular concept every day. Then it will be good actually. So that's it for today, guys. So we'll meet tomorrow again to see the next concepts. Okay. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah. Bye.